Wastelanders to the next episode of Let's Build a Settlement here at the Tenpines Bluff. And 99% mod free. Everything you're seeing here is vanilla. Even though I like chocolate. Okay, so it has been a little while. I was on vacation, for those of you who don't know. And I am back, and we are jumping right into I don't know what. So where we had left off, I had put in a couple little floors here, and I was trying to decide what to do. And I'm thinking we're going to be building up on top of these shanties here, so that we have some sort of something for this. So this has some sort of purpose. And one of you had mentioned possibly swapping the door and the wall from one side to the other. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to get rid of that and that. And we're going to come right in here. And I think I'm going to change it too. We're going to go for one of the barn walls, just because. We want to be different, right? There we go. Let's get this guy in there. Oh, there we go. Just to kind of mix it up a little bit, because we have wood, or sorry, metal everywhere else. So let's do one in wood, just because. Okay, now you want door? Really? You're not gonna snap? And well, let's make sure you're the right door to begin with. Let's. Yeah, that's the wrong door. Okay. So, let's get rid of that door. And that would make this one the correct one. Why didn't it do that to begin with? And I hate that idiot savant sound. I actually do have a mod that gets rid of that I just don't have active. I started all over with a whole brand new install, brand new mods, everything, just to get the basics to be able to move around, and I didn't put in little helpers like that. So, we'll have to deal with that popping up every now and again. We need some railings up here. What am I gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna steal something that I saw from Tango and Caps. Once again, I'm thieving from you. They had done fencing, or say, yeah, guardrails, whatever you want to call them, using this. And I was like, that's really cool. I never ever thought to use anything like that. And it just makes so much freaking sense. And I feel like such a knucklehead for never having used it before. So we're going to do it today. Because it looks cool. Of course, these guys don't snap to each other, which is not very helpful. The others do, just like that. That's too long. And I might just have to fudge it. Again, like, it's going to go way out there. We don't want that. We're going to just fudge it with another corner piece. Because I think it can work. Oh yeah, look at that. Practically perfect. Oh, I see they go on the other sides of each other, but that's okay. I don't care. And neither should you. But we are going to have to straighten this out a little bit. And it just looks kind of cool, in my opinion, to have the double whammy right there. Okay, onward. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. And then this one will be mucked up, of course. Too long. Go, no, no, no. Yeah. So I put that one in there, and that one's going to overhang. But that's okay, because I think, like I said before, we're going to have like some sort of bridge or something going out. So for now, that can just kind of chill until we figure out what we're making our bridge like. You know, I haven't used any elevators in forever. Thinking maybe we might use one of these somewhere. That'd be kind of cool. Not here. I'm just kind of throwing it in place for now, but maybe I could figure something out with it. So for now, I can just kind of chill there. Okay, we need a walkway, and I have a fun idea that just came to me. How about is our covered bridge. How awesome sauce is that? Of course, it would help if it lined up to where I wanted it and snapped, but of course, that's not a floor piece, so that doesn't matter. Of course, that's going to also mess that up. But we can fix that by doing something like that. Hide it. We'll eventually fix that. For now, it's okay. But actually, we're going to get away from that anyway, because I want this centered. This would be a pretty cool bridge, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use multiple colors. Oh, we don't have another color? Oh, we could have switched. Okay. I was like, what the fudge is that? Yeah. There we go. Nice. Loving it. Yeah. What else we got? End cap. That's not going to help us. We can make this bridge go multiple directions with that. If we decide to do it this way. Of course, that's going to lead us right on top of this. But I don't think I'm going to make that more than 1 story tall anyway, so that could potentially work. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that. Might. Or maybe we'll just keep it as is. Okay, let's start off with that. And build off of this. So we need to come out that direction. So let's look at the barn floors maybe. Because they got these guys. Yeah, I like these ones. Of course, we'll probably have to scooch that on over to make it connect. But that's good enough for now. And let's just lay down a couple of... Definitely gotta go. Really? Really? Actually, that looks pretty cool. It sits right on top of that, which is perfect. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Which, most of you knew, I don't. Just kind of wang it most of the time, so... I have another fun idea here, too. Let's get some stairs. Ones that don't perfectly go into the... Oh, perfect. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now that we got stars there, we can maybe come out this way and then come back down that way. Let's see. Where could we possibly put this? So if we put stairs here, that's not going to work. So we'd have to put some sort of platform. So let's get a little floor section here first. Let's do that. Let's plot that in place. Almost perfect on the first try. Leave out there. Then go back to our stairs. Right now I'm just kind of spitballing. Change the design in a bit, so like I could do something like that. Oop, I'm stuck. Of course we'd have to move that, which is not the end of the world. Maybe I'll use just a 1 square piece. Whoops, a doodle. Give me that guy. Put one there, one there. Get rid of that doer. And let's see. Yeah, that interferes with that. So we'd have to come out that way. Oops, doodle. Doing it again. And then 2 there. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. That's getting pretty funky though. Which, I mean, that can be easily fixed. Come on up here. Then we can come on up here. That's another way to get up here to the bridge. And then, of course, we're going to go out. Ooh, that way. Ooh, I forgot about that. We gotta make sure. Yeah, that's not going to give us enough clearance for that. Shoot. If I continue going this way, we're going to bonk our heads. Let's do a save. Let's jump in here. More floor section. See, this is what I'm talking about. Boom, can't get through here. So, kind of want to keep this as its own little bridge thing. going like that and then building another house on top of this one here. Which means we gotta figure out what to do here. Now what if we just do a side? Will it give us enough clearance? What are you doing? Alright, fine. Do it this way. Really? Ugh. Does everything have to be difficult? Alright, we're gonna put that there. And we'll put this guy here. Here. There. Holy potatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a mod to get rid of that, because that's just gonna drive me crazy. And no, we still don't have room to zip on under there. We might have to move it over here, I think. On this side, come over this way and come down that way. Alright, let's try that. Let's get ourselves a little friend here to snap onto here. No, no. Alright, fine. Do that. Just give me... It gets really fast. Actually, we're gonna need a long piece, so give me that. Yeah, there. Let's take that out, take that out. And just keep playing around here. Do. Huh, okay. Get rid of that. That. Don't need that. Can we get under this? Ooh. Just barely. But just barely is good enough for me. Excelente. And then we could also make more connections coming off of that, so that's cool. For stairs for the rest of the way. Let's actually take those guys out. I like that type of deal. Oh, I apologize for the moron there. We're gonna get rid of that guy. Not in this video, but try to get rid of it as soon as I possibly can. Alright. Let's put in... What I want. Yeah. I don't know how people deal with that. That's just so annoying. So many levels. What is this? Why does everything have to, like, be misaligned? How does that look? Okay, so this whole thing looks like you could just, like, shift over. So we're gonna kind of budget so that we can do that. Get these a little more centered. There we go. I like that mucho better. Alright. Now, of course, we got all this stuff floating in the air, so we will eventually have to put some supports in place, but we gotta continue building shanties first. And I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed because I'm building all these buildings, and then I'm like, oh, you eventually gotta decorate these, don't you? That's the worst part. At least for me. I know some of you guys love this kind of stuff, the decorating, but more often than not, it annoys me. I like that better. Oh, there we go, and that lines up with that better, too. Cool. Alright, so now that we've got that, do... there we go. And we've got that going. Perfect. And let's see. How much room do we have? Perfect. So we're going to put one of these, or two of these, I should say, overhanging. Some of what's is nice. Now this one's probably going to hit that spike, but that's not the end of the world. Put that in there. Oh, look at that! Perfect. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Which I clearly do not. Okay, let's go with... Yeah, that bad man jam. And this guy. So. And you know, this also helps to give us some coverage on our walkways so they don't get so muddy, you know, because we wouldn't want them to get red. No, okay, I'm done. I don't want to tear into that person anymore. I didn't want any hate. If you don't remember, or you weren't here for it, somebody commented on how stupid it was of me to put these walkways because they would get wet and muddy and nobody would ever waste the resources, yada yada yada, but we're just here having some fun. No big deal. Okay, let's do okay there. And let's finish it off with that. Nice. Now we need some roofuses. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll stick with the plain Janes. These dudes here. There. One there. Nice. And yeah, we will put some more supports to help hold this up. Because right now, all that's holding it up is that one little tiny section of roofus. And we can't be having that. So let's go ahead and do a quick save here. And then let's brace our building here. Did it actually save? It did. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, let's start with... What do we have? Lost all my good bracer thingies when I did no mods here, but before we get into that, let's close this off. Safety first, kids. Going into the thing, isn't it? Well, we're gonna scooch this on over. So, is that just... Yeah, there we go. Nice. You know, some stupid little kid could fall through that, and we don't want that. Alright, what are we gonna do? Ooh, concrete pillars. Make this work. I mean, I know I can, but just will it actually look good? Let's have snap. No, that was on. Oh, there we go. Just missed. Let's see, is that visible? Nothing here. Zip on over here. And nothing there. Cool. I suppose I could use it. I haven't used any so far. Let's play around with that, I guess. Let's make one here and scooch it on into place. Like so. Oh, that's a wall, you dope. Not the pillar. Dummy. Let's try that out. Maybe this dude found some big old bags of concrete and it's just like, I'm gonna build some concrete pillars. So, the options are that or the metal or wood ones. So let's... We're gonna have to push this in place. Finagle it. Ooh. It's almost the perfect height, so we have to build down just like that. I mean, I think I'm gonna leave one and one, just because we can. Let's make sure we got some, room here. Got the spike right there to take out your eyeball. That's not very safe. Be careful, kids. They'll poke your eye out. One interweb for the sort of reference there. Everybody in the world should get that one. And if you don't, get out of here, because if you don't like that movie, we can't be friends. Plain and simple. Alright, let's look. I think this is a little crooked. Just like me. I think that's better. Okay, now let's fix that bottom one. We do have kind of a gap there, but I don't really want to bring this all the way out, so it's fine. It works. We're starting to close this off too, so getting kind of the idea of slash design that I was looking for, that this is going to be like the only real open space and everything else is going to be filled with stuff. Nice. Getting our levels. Alright. So, now that I did that, that kind of closes this off in a sense. But, not really. We can put some houses right there. one right there as well. And, oh, we need some supports. Other supports. Let's go for the wood one. Yeah. Snap. It's not bad. Not bad. I feel like you'd stub your toe, and that's really bad placement for where, you know, the step is. They really should have thought of that. So let's see what happens if I do that. That works too. Of course, we gotta put that down just a little. I'll take it. It's not perfect, but it works. And I could put it here in the corner, one on each side, I suppose. Nah, good enough. Yeah, this thing. I think we're gonna go with the steel ones because this looks heavy. And or the concrete. Let's start with the concrete, maybe. Let's put one here. And let's get it actually in the corner. Like so. It's not bad. Gonna twerk it just a little. Twerking. Alright. Now let's see what happens. So I think I'll do the concrete one there. Maybe we'll do another one over here. Make sure that we're not blocking anything perfect. Okay, we're really starting to clutter this place up. Let's put you there. There. And we got support on that side, and then we'll also use some of the metal doers. We'll mix and match, just like we did before. Let's go. That. Yeah, that works. It looks kind of funny. Because of how high it is. Maybe we can kind of add something to it to make it look less comical. Alright, so I want to put this guy in the corner. Baby in the corner. Except for me. Let's put you, get you lined up there. Let's see if that's gonna... Ooh, we're gonna miss it. We're gonna miss it. So, let's... Part in our... Yeah. Like, right in the middle of our walkway. That's why I need, like, some flat... something or other. It's like cross beams, but I don't think there is anything that even exists. Actually, that'd be kind of fun to put up here. Plop. Nice. Of course, we'll have to straighten that out. I'm sure this is crooked as heck. Yeah. This is crooked as a politician. There we go. That's fun. Okay. So, yeah, that's going to go right through the center of that. Yeah, floor sections aren't really going to work. Well, they might. Let's go to concrete. Yeah. Exactly what I'm looking for. Shoot. Roofuses. Actually, no, because they wouldn't be long enough anyway. I was thinking something sticks out, you know, X and Y, and then we can use that as bracing. I have an idea. Alright, I think we're gonna go with this guy here. So let's take that out. Oh, that's gonna mess that up too. Shoot! Let's see. How ridiculous is this gonna look anyway? We do this happen. Let's try that. Just stick that there like that. Now you can kind of see what I'm going for if I can get these two guys to flip to each other. Kind of like that, and then brace it, but no, that just looks terrible. Okay, never the mind. We can actually brace this elsewhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be there. We can probably just use like a little guy over here. Let's do that. Let's go here. Is this the middle one? Yes. What if we did that? How much does that mess up my building here? Oh, that's just right in the corner. That's not that big a deal. We can certainly deal with that, I think. We can actually take that out even further. Just stick it right there. Then give him his little friend. Oops, I had it on. Right there. Cool. Alright, we got some support. Maybe gonna need one right there, maybe. Which that actually works perfectly, so we'll stick that guy there. Hey, come on. Really? You don't want to go play with your friend there? Let's try that out. See if you can snap. There we go. But okay, much better. I can live with that. That's 100% believable, right? Right. Okay. Perfect. Actually, we should probably do a quick save here. Save. New save. Get into this. Let's check out our prefabs. Let's zip on here. I think they're all way too big to fit in here. Just too big. So close to. That's okay. We got other fish to fry. Let's see. There are no pre-builds in here, right? No. What do we have for y'all? It's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's see if we can fit this guy in here. Does that fit? Just stick it there for the moment. And yes, I know we are interfering with that guy there. Oof. Oof and oof. Yeah, that's just too big. We might be able to fit you over here. Let's try. No. Just let you like that for now. Get you up. Alright, let's turn off snapping this way we can get this here where we want it. We're actually going to have to lift it off the ground. Get it out of the levers. Ooh, that is tight, but I like it. Yeah, we'll just need to stick a set of stairs there. Please scooch on over just a smidge. How are we doing over here? And now we're going to have to put you back. That's fine. I don't really care if it glitches into that side, the left side here, versus the right. Okay, we have, whoops, roof stairs. Let's go with the concrete stairs. I like those a little better. These doors. There we go. Turn our snapping back on. Nice. Kind of gets in the middle of the walkway a little bit, but that's okay. Sweet. Got another little house there. We could probably fit some sort of shanty in there as well. We're gonna do some bracing for that. Okay. Let's make another one. Probably one of the wood ones. Very similar to the one that's already here. Let's see. How much room we have to work with to begin with. Basically just a 1 by 1. The wheels be turning, my friends. Or That's my alarm. I'll turn my sound off. I set up a 30-minute timer so that I know when I'm hitting my 30-minute mark. Yeah, this could be fun. Okay. Let's get, go with, what are we going with? Back to the barn floors, maybe. Yeah, give me that guy. That there. And now there we go. Now we've sort of made something, and we got a little something there. I have no idea what I'm doing, so we're just gonna like budging it. Let's see. Let's go back to the walls real quick. Let's try putting up some walls and see how this works. We need a door. It's also pretty invasive on the walkway, but that's okay. We can deal with that. And then we need a sidewall here. So that works too. And another back wall here. We'll put that guy there. We're going to need some half walls to fill in all these gappies. All these guppies. Actually, that has its own floor. Maybe let's take that out for the moment and see if we can get this to... Nope. But we're going to put it in here anyway. So, we're going to work our magic. Oh, I see. Oh, jeez. We were way off. Let's get this into... That... Ew. Why are you so tall and you are not? Should snap to that now. How do I take you away? Put you there. That works. Nope, still nothing. Probably because of that. But that's fine. You, back here. Nope. Let's play around here for a second. I mean, I could totally live with that if it overhangs out that way a little. That's not that big a deal. Maybe we should use a different prefab. I do like the slopey, but it's bigger than like all the other slopes, and it makes no sense. So here's another one door. Maybe we should swap this out. All right, let's start over. Let's get rid of all this. Not that. All this other hubbub. All right, now let's play around. Don't want it facing that way. Maybe this way. In which case we wouldn't need that. Or these. What else we got? That's one we already have. That's starting to get bigger. That's not going to fit. Got that basic guy there. Or we can just start with a little 4x4 and go from there. Maybe let's try that guy. This way we can maybe keep some of these extra bits of floor. Let's put this guy here. And we'll put that there, and a holy one there. Oh, wait. What? No, you can stay. Alright. Now, let's put some walls in place again. Let's try this back. Okay. So, okay, that could possibly work. And again, if I put this one here, I end up with such a weird thing going on there. Okay, so give me regular walls. Give me one of these. Let's try this. Get this to snap here. Probably not, because that's overlapping so much because of how much that overhangs. Alright, we might have to say forget it for that section. Just leave it open. Let's go ahead and of that in there. Let's get regular wood walls. Give me one of this guy, like this. That one here. Excellent. Okay, now we need some walls that don't fit. So we're gonna have to do some glitchies. There you go. We're gonna overlap our walls. And give me that guy. We'll do the same back here. Because it works. When it wants to, anyway. And of course we need a doorway. We won't do metal. I haven't used too many of these. Nice. I like it. And we'll just fill in that section of roof. We'll have to overlap again. Not with that. We could put some wood piece stuff in. That's pretty different. So let's go to warehouse. Too nice. No. I'm gonna go back to the barn. Oops. What do we have in here? We'll do that instead. Maybe we'll stick a section of barn. Nice. I like it. That's cool. Alright. Man, oh man, is this place getting full. Look at that. Got a little glitching going on here. We can fix that. We can take that. Not that. Keep that up a little bit. Nothing I can do about that, whatever that is inside there, but that's okay. Holy moly. Oh, I didn't realize we were so far into this. I'm going to have to scooch that over. Let's just move this. That's the easier thing. It should be further over anyway. That's kind of neat. You can like jump on this dude's roof and then jump on this dude's roof. Do some parkour stuff. And yes, we're going to continue going on this way and I guess build even more. Oh man. I don't even know if I'm going to decorate all these. We might just finish it off with doing the building, and I'll put in some simple decorations, a few shops, and we still got to put in like some defense stuff and whatnot. We got 6 beds and 3 people. You see that, Mr. Anakin Palpatine? Look at all those beds for just 3 people. Each one has 2 beds. Do the math. So if we do continue on with our thing here, we can come out this way. Let's see. Right now I'm just kind of plopping things around in here. Gotta be careful of that walkway, so we go over here. Come out like that. Right now we're just doing some mapping. I just want to make sure all of this is actually gonna fit. So you can come on down here. And then right down here, and then over here. Nice. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Let's take a look up at here. See how busy this is going to look. Well, that's not too bad. It'll actually be pretty neat looking. Let's just finish it off like that. I think that's about as far as I'm going to go with building something here. We might even make this like one building. We'll put a door here and it'll have like a really cool U shape to it or something. Yeah, I like that. Nice. Oh man. I'm getting myself into so much trouble here. Okay, that is going to do it, folks. I thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.